Yeah, I'm gonna try to stay under 15 minutes and not get too theoretical with this presentation. I'm more interested in comments or considerations that you could bring to my attention on the technical or mechanical aspect of the project. Although I want to talk about first well, let's see. Cleaning out my parents' basement a while ago, and my grandfather evidently had this microfiche machine viewer, and I recalled using it a long time ago in high school. So I dusted it off a little bit and got it out and turned it on, and I think it's a really beautiful interface just because of it's backlit, and it has this, I don't know if everyone's familiar with it. Most people nowadays, at least my age, they don't exactly know what it is actually, but you can find them in your local library, or most of them at least now. But when I'm in the habit now of when I'm looking at media and just technology in general, I'm looking at it in a temporal way of how sustainable is it, or how long is that content or that format going to exist, and how accessible is it in the future. Because let's say, for instance, I think a CD is a really good example. In 150 years, if someone were to uncover a CD, let's say, that they find in the dirt, are they going to know what the hell it is? And even if they do know what the hell it is, do they have a CD player? In 150 years, they're gonna think it's like a mirror or something, but there's a pretty complicated process of getting information off of a CD. You have to spin it at a certain RPM. You bounce a frickin' laser off the bottom of it, right, to get any information. Whereas this technology here, I think this was kind of one of the last points of analog technology that's actually legible over time, because it's a small film card, and the idea is the same process that drives us to create new ways of storing and compressing information nowadays. However, the only technology you need to view a microfiche film is like a magnification and a little bit of light. So that's a difference between analog and digital technology. Digital is just this immaterial code. And I think there's a lot of older technologies that really haven't exhausted their value to artists. You can take, so my project really at one point is taking a machine like this and applying computational digital qualities to it. There's already a beautiful visual interface, but I want to apply sound. And the actual, I should say my background too is in anthropology and film and media arts, so I see myself kind of as a storyteller, but screen-based. So I've displayed this map on the wall, and it's kind of like my process for my interest right now is I've been doing this ethnographic research about the Cheyenne Nation, which is a Native American Plains tribe. And specifically between the period of 1830 and 1880, when there was a very significant and drastic change that went on in their entire way of life. But they were highly nomadic. They had a very, very structured political system. And so I've been going back to original sources and stories and historical and ethnographic information, and each one of the post-its on the map over there represents a different location where a significant event occurred. So the idea is that I want to take that content, take that information, and put that in a microfiche format where, like this image here on the map, you can hear yourself not only tracing over the map, ambient sounds and kind of air, kind of like floating sounds outside of the points where there's an image, but when there's an image that you go to and you're looking at it, you hear a short narrative of what occurred at that location. So I kind of look at it a little bit like it's storytelling, but it's a non-linear kind of soundscape story space that I'm trying to create and give the user a kind of sense of spatial and temporal displacement when they're going over a map, because I think there's really a lot of implied kind of processes that people go through when they're looking at a map. Some people hate maps. I love maps. I've kind of developed more of like a map fetish recently, I think. Like I've been going to like McGill Library and whatnot, going through all these old maps and collecting them, and you'd be surprised actually they're really, really protective of maps. Like this is like it's a very powerful kind of way of visualizing and territorializing a space. And that's kind of what I want to, along with the temporal instability of technology, I want to kind of give this idea of the map gazing as a spectacle. So basically it's a nonlinear interactive narrative storytelling space.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I don't understand how you connect them with the microfiche device.
That's how it connects what with?
Yeah, the story with the Cheyennes and the maps, like how do you connect that?
Well, if I understand your question, the visual is all like this, and like a microfiche, you're only allowed to see a small square of the entire map. So it's kind of like a navigation over this space. I have a video that I'm going to show. It kind of gives an idea of the sound as well.